So much happened this week. More than even the volatility, I have to say, what shocked me was what was up and what was down. So Wednesday, Alan, we entered correction territory. Thursday, markets were up sharply. But what was up on Thursday was oil, energy stocks. And what was down were these so-called FANG stocks. I love that acronym. I just learned it. Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google. Are we entering a reverse polarity? What's going on?
Oh, well, Shawn's better on this than I am, but just a couple of things. One is, the energy stocks are getting clobbered, most of them, right? They're heavily indebted. The oil price is down in the 20s. Yeah, so the fact that they did a little recovery for one day, I don't think means much. They're a big part of the story. I think the technology stocks are too. It's not that these are bad companies. Many of them are great companies, but they just got overvalued. The market got too frothy, and it's now getting beaten out of it.
Shawn, you said there's a lot of bears out there. I mean, Albert Edwards of Societe Generale saying that the market's going to go down, 75% more than the financial crisis?
He's like the bear in the revenue.
I mean, right, he said this before, but you think that even besides him, these claims are overblown. Is that right?
Well, I think that any big macro forecast gives you no ability to predict the future at all, because you can make the opposite argument by putting together a lot of other variables or observations that look good. Right, the U.S. is still growing, unemployment is way down, we tend to lead the world economy, although China is slowing, et cetera. So you just never get anything. I remember being in University of Chicago Business School and watching a presentation with Milton Friedman there, and the guy had all these variables predicting GDP growth, and Friedman said, why is this any more reliable than adding up the last 5 years and dividing by 5? They're always wrong.
However, we do always have recessions. And
we do.
This expansion has been going on for 6.5 years, so it wouldn't be crazy to think this is presaging a recession. The problem is there's really no sign of it. I mean, look, auto sales are strong.
Right.
We had a pretty decent holidays.
Job numbers?
Job numbers look very strong.
Yeah.
Now that's a bit of a lagging indicator, but still, and there's no sign of overheating. You don't have wages bidding up or inflation, so it doesn't feel like the edge of a recession.
Shawn, what does worry you then? Is there anything on the horizon that worries you?
Well, I think that if the Fed is forced to raise interest rates at a much more rapid rate, then I think that would trigger a brief recession. But we'd come out of it pretty quickly, and I think it would be a good idea.